And something that I've been kind of examining now that I have a lot more disposable income is this concept that, did I think something was better because it was expensive? Hey there, my handsome and pretty little Cobras, and welcome back to the Cobra's Nest. For those of you who are new, my name is Mignon Cobra and I make minimalism videos. So today's minimalism video is going to be talking about this idea that, is it better because it's expensive? So without further ado, let's just get into the video. Let's get it, let's go. Woo. So I kind of wanted to make a minimalism video topic about something that is recent in my minimalism journey, kind of examining this narrative or this idea or concept that something is better because it's more expensive. And again, this is just my own personal take on this. None of this is an attack on anyone else's journey or minimalism journey. This is just something that I have experienced and something that I've been reflecting on, because you guys know your girl likes to think about these kind of things. So I figured, you know what, you guys like these chatty, thoughtful, reflective type of videos, so I thought I'd share that with you guys because that is something that I am currently at in my minimalism journey. So a little bit of context, I've been a minimalist for almost 10 years now. The majority of my minimalism journey was done while I was a student in med school. So for me, money and minimalism is very highly tied in my identity of minimalism. And something that I've been kind of examining now that I have a lot more disposable income is this concept that, did I think something was better because it was expensive? And that's something that I kind of want to break down. So I got 5 points that I want to talk about and hope that that might resonate with anybody else, or at the very least give you something to listen to while you're vacuuming, because that's kind of what I treat YouTube videos as like right now. They're like my partner while I vacuum. Hey there, my handsome and pretty little Cobras. So quick little mini break for today's sponsored piece. So Linjer has kindly gifted me 2 pieces to review on my channel, which I am so excited to share with you guys because they're the first fine jewelry company that's reached out to me. You guys have seen throughout the years, I've definitely collaborated with fantasy piece companies, but to have been reached out by like a company that does fine jewelry, I was just like, big things are happening. So yeah, they reached out and they asked if I would be happy to review 2 pieces on my channel for you guys, and I said yes, I would love to. I'm gonna show you guys the little packaging. So cute. I unboxed this because I wanted to see the pieces myself. They have sent me these pieces. So just a quick little blurb about the company because I was curious. So when I first saw the spelling, being like a North American, I saw Linjer and I was like, oh, like Lin and then jewelry. But as I did more research, it's actually more of it's because of the, I think it's the Swedish name, pronounced Linjer, like a line, like simple, like minimalism. So I was like really surprised. They also sent me a cute little card. I actually Googled them and I was curious. Yeah, they are co-founders. They're a couple, Jennifer Chong and Roman Khan. They do leather stuff, and I thought that that was really cool. Like that's just amazing. Just seeing a couple thriving and living their best life. I think that's so inspiring because I would love that for Will and I. So I'm so honored that they reached out. So yeah, let me show you the 2 pieces that they sent. So they came in these really cute, lovely little pouches. It also came with these like little card instructions, enjoying the finer things, jewelry care, a little bit of instructions. They offered me for our first collab gold vermeil. So gold vermeil, according to them, because there's different types of gold vermeil, but I'm pretty sure the definition of gold vermeil is gold plating or a thicker goldness, like a thicker gold on sterling silver. I think that when it's plated on brass, it's gold filled, which I have accidentally bought a gold filled piece and didn't realize that it was plated over brass. And that just breaks my heart because I like silver. Even as the gold washes off, I'm actually happy to see the silver underneath. I think that's fine. Yeah, they're gold vermeil pieces. It says here, high quality sterling silver pieces that have a super thick layer of gold plating for long lasting color and shine. The gold must be at least 10 karat and the plating at least 2.5 microns thick to earn the label gold vermeil. We use 14 karat gold and a thickness of 2.5 to 3 microns. This is 100 times thicker than mass market jewelry and 5 times thicker than regular gold plated jewelry. So I'm like super excited. They have a lot of selection of sustainable gold, recycled gold, and also lab grown diamonds. When I saw like that selection, I was like, I would love to have some sustainable gold and the lab grown diamonds because I do have a couple of those in my own collection. If you guys have seen my jewelry collection, so maybe in the future. But for now, I am just so grateful for what they have sent. So I'm going to show you guys the first piece that like I am super excited to show you. I'll show you guys some b-roll of me wearing it because obviously I'm wearing like a turtleneck. I'm in between sessions right now, like at work, so that's why I just want to be all like nice and cozy. So I'm going to be showing you guys this one. So the weight to this is insane, guys. Like I have like gold vermeil pieces, like they call like the mass marketed gold vermeil pieces. they don't weigh anything like this. Like the weight to this feels like my gold pieces, like my 14 karat gold pieces. Like this bracelet that Will got me for my birthday, this one is 14 karat, and the gold is so, I don't know if you can see, like so similar in color. And on here it says Linjer on the clasp. I know it's not going to show up on camera, but it's so beautiful. It's so fine. So yeah, so I asked for a gold serpentine, but this is their gold vermeil serpentine choker, which I'm obsessed with this. I'm definitely gonna wear this. You're not supposed to shower with gold vermeil. I still do. So I will definitely be putting this to the test. I might regret it, I may not, but I don't baby my gold pieces, not even my gold vermeil, so I still will be showering with it. I might do an update and let you guys know how it goes, but yeah, I will still be showering with this. The next piece that I have is this one. Oh my gosh, guys, the weight to this is like some next level stuff. So it is this very beautiful Libra pendant, and it's also gold vermeil, and it's so gorgeous. I'm so excited. I've actually never had like a Libra pendant or anything like Libra related. So even though I am a Libra, and you guys know as a Libra, we love to indulge our Libra-ness. So I'm actually like really surprised that it's taken till now to have a Libra piece, but I am just so freaking excited to wear this. I'm gonna be wearing these two together. That's why I got both of them in gold vermeil, because I kind of want that like gold aesthetic. I am definitely like, I'm a gold kind of girl. And then over here it has the Linjer as well. I think it says, if I remember correctly, the stamp is 925 because the base is 925. And then it says TH. I'm not too sure what the TH stands for. Probably has something to do with the fact that this is gold vermeil. It comes with two lengths. It has this smaller hoop here so that you can definitely make it shorter. But I've been really into like a really loose vibe, so I probably will be wearing it like a full length. This one and this one together, it's gonna look so freaking beautiful. Like I'm just so completely over the moon with these pieces. I'm just so happy. They also came with these little eco-friendly baggies, so you can put them inside when you're not wearing them. I do have quite a bit of jewelry now, so I probably will be putting them away in their little baggie when I'm not using them, just because as a minimalist, I like to take care of my stuff, so I don't want it to get tarnished or anything like that. The baggies are such high quality, like they are so freaking nice. Like I am just beyond grateful that Linjer has reached out. Yeah, the pieces are gorgeous, the pieces are beautiful, and I just want to say thank you so much. Yeah, I thought that this would be a great pairing for today's video, because today's video is talking about how is something better just because it's expensive. These are a little bit more pricier for gold vermeil. Gold vermeil tends to be a little bit more affordable, as anyone who's into jewelry would know. So they're definitely a lot more pricier for gold vermeil. But I think that it's really nice to be able to have like classic pieces that are, you know, sustainable, that use recycled gold, and that are affordable, because you guys know that like regular gold pieces are not cheap by any means. They are definitely a splurge, definitely an investment. So because of that, yeah, I've kind of realized in this journey of, you know, doing PR packages and stuff like that, it's actually helped me a lot realize that not everything that's good needs to be expensive. And I think that Linjer is a great example of that. There is a discount code. I will put it down here below. No pressure for my Cobra babies to buy anything. As usual, you guys watching my videos is more than enough support. So yeah, let's continue on with today's regular scheduled video. Okay, so number one, more expensive equals better. So I will be the first one to admit that I definitely had this preconceived notion, and I feel like to some degree I can be honest and admit that I still do have this narrative in my head. I really do sometimes think that certain things are better because they're more expensive, and I know that's just a me problem. I know on like a conscious level that it's just branding, it's just overhead cost, it's just marketing. But then like on a subconscious level, I sometimes can't help but think like it's more expensive, obviously it's better. And that's just something that I've been trying to unravel with my minimalism journey. Like everything has been like baby steps. Some stuff has taken me longer than other things. I can definitely think of a lot of examples, maybe like letting go of luxury brand makeups over like, or just like drugstore. Like there's a lot of things. The example that I kind of want to talk about is one that's quite recent. So I recently was gifted some gold pieces for my wedding. So they were new and cost quite the pretty penny. And because of that, it kind of gave me a little bit of an appetite for buying gold. So I went on my own little shopping, and Will and I kind of discovered secondhand gold shops. And we were just so shocked at the price difference between the same carat of gold, like 10 carat, 14 carat secondhand, than like new. And I was kind of like, I'm paying for a lot of retail, a lot of marketing, and a lot of overhead. And that really kind of brought to the table this narrative or this question that like, is it really better because it's more expensive, or am I buying into an illusion? And that was something that made me start questioning a lot of things. You guys know that I love luxury and I love brand names. I am definitely a brand whore, and that has been a big part and struggle of my minimalism journey. I told myself I don't want to declutter logos, and so I didn't. I like tiny little mini logos. But something that has become very recent after I started buying like a lot of like champion clothes is that I realized I actually don't like logoing on my clothes in a way that's obvious. I feel like I'm like part of the company, and it's like, I don't know, I guess I really did get used to wearing a lot of like Muji and Uniqlo. A lot of Japanese clothing don't have a logo, like they're logoless. Literally Muji means logoless. And I kind of came to appreciate how classy and effortless and pretty it looks. Like even some Walmart clothing doesn't have logoing on it, and like it looks really nice. I remember there was a time where I was at Aritzia and a girl complimented my outfit and asked me, "It's like, is that from Aritzia?" I was like, "No, this is actually from Walmart." And it kind of made me realize that like minimalists had it right when they were like, logos make clothes look a lot more tacky, and like lack of logoing is actually a lot more elevated. And I really didn't understand these concepts because a lot of clothes in Asia are logoless versus the West is extremely big on branding. And I actually realized how difficult it is to actually get your hands on clothes that don't have like obvious logos. That it made me really appreciate this. So anyway, what does that have to do with this narrative that like more expensive equals better? That's something that I'm currently breaking apart because I have more disposable income. So I definitely have been buying more expensive things and justifying it and telling myself, oh, it's because it's better because it's more expensive. But I'm kind of at a place where I'm like, is that really, like, I'm asking myself those hard questions, like, is it really? The second thing that I want to talk about is the cost of retail. So that's something that has come as a realization to me that a lot of things I'm really paying for retail. And this actually all started with my jewelry business. When I was buying bulk and wholesale for my jewelry pieces, I was really surprised at how much I was able to buy for a certain amount. And then obviously you sell it at a difference. And this is not like, evil. This is just how retail works. But it really kind of revealed to me that like all those books that I read on like money, where it was like buying things from the mall, you're paying for retail. I really didn't understand that till I was in the industry myself. Once I was in retail myself, I really did realize like, wow, like there really is like an uptick. There is quite a margin that you are paying for these things. And it kind of made me start questioning like, how high is that margin? And I started thinking about like Aritzia or Lululemon. Like I think that Lululemon has a 20% profit margin, and nothing wrong with that. Like I'm not here demonizing these companies or anything like that, but it's just being aware as a consumer. For me personally, was being aware that I'm paying for retail when I buy new or I buy from the mall. Because I think before I really did feel in my mind, whether this is naive or just ignorant, I felt like I'm paying for something and it's expensive, but that's because like I'm worth it and it's worth it. And obviously the example I'm thinking about is like Walmart clothes. Like I remember there's a period of time where I was like, ew, Walmart clothes, and I don't have that sentiment anymore. To be fair though, some Walmart clothes do break down ridiculously quickly that my Muji and Uniqlo clothes could never. But I just kind of realized that like the retail uptick that I'm paying at Lululemon and Aritzia is quite a lot. I don't know, I'm kind of like breaking that apart. Like, is it better because it's expensive? I don't think that there's a right or wrong answer. It really depends. Like, is it worth it to you? And comment down below what you guys think, because that's something that like I'm working through currently. Number 3, the cost of branding. So that's something else I'm examining. I have bought branded stuff in the past. I bought Lululemon, I have bought YSL, I have been gifted Chanel, and some of the things that I felt like before, I felt like it was very highly tied with my self-esteem. Like, I'm that kind of girl. And I've even had subscribers say, like, I really don't get what's your deal with like liking luxury products. And it's true, I don't understand what the big deal was either. Like, I'm not here sitting on my high horse telling you I now think that I'm better than luxury products. I do not think that whatsoever. I'm just examining this, that the cost of branding is something that is factored into the cost, especially because some of these makeup products, for example, let's use makeup, they're made in the same place and they just put the label a little bit different, because a lot of these luxury houses, they belong to larger parent companies. They'll sell the drugstore version for much cheaper than the packaging of the luxury version, and you're just paying for that name. You're paying for the marketing that goes on behind it. And that was something that I kind of had to make my peace with, or something that I had to wrestle with, that I felt like my self-esteem had to be in a place, or maybe not the highest of places, if I felt I needed to feel good about myself by like the brands that I bought. So that's something that I've kind of had to take into consideration and examine, is like, do I still believe this idea that something is better because it's expensive, or am I just paying for the cost of branding? Okay, that brings us to point number 4, secondhand and sustainability. So that kind of recently got me into this idea that I have a lot more disposable income than I ever have in my entire life ever. And it's funny, when I had no money as a broke student, when I was putting myself through med school, I lusted so hard for all the nice things that I wanted. But it was weird. Once I started making money and saving money, all of a sudden I felt like I had like another dimension to my aspect, like being financially healthy, that I derived a lot of confidence from that I felt like I didn't need that crutch of like, oh, I'm that kind of girl that buys those kind of things. I felt like I could derive confidence from being good with my money. And obviously those are opposites, right? If I save my money, I have money. If I spend my money on expensive items, I have less money. And realizing that those were two opposite dichotomies has really helped me a lot. So recently I've been really into secondhand and sustainability. I've definitely called down my shopping since my minimalism break. My minimalism break took about like a year and a half, and I definitely do not shop nearly as much as I had during my minimalism break. During that 1 year, I went hard. I haven't really bought much this year as compared to last year. I've definitely got a lot more of the sustainable route. I've definitely bought a lot more secondhand clothing and jewelry, like from Value Village and from pawn shops. I've also tried to be sustainable, that if new things enter into my life, it's through PR packages. I've also been very blessed that I've been gifted a lot of PR packages, which of course is only thanks to my Cobra babies supporting my channel. But I've done my best to be conservative and buy secondhand, or just use and upcycle my PR packages instead of spending money buying more stuff when like I already have a lot. And that brings us to point number 5, that is class signaling. And this is like probably and most likely like my own personal journey. I think I was more obsessed with class signaling when I think I had like less money. I felt like I may not have money, but I could at least showcase that I have my financial, shtick together. But it wasn't until I really started getting my financial self together that I kind of felt like I didn't need that crutch of social class signaling. I felt less inclined to have to showcase certain logos. I think that when I was still, getting my stuff together, I was like really big on like Polo, and I felt like I really wanted YSL, and I felt like it'd be really nice if I had some Chanel stuff too. And I'm not shaming these brands, like I still have a lot of pieces from these companies, but the thing was, most recently, I would have to say, probably this month was the first month that I started to kind of feel confident in myself and confident in my finances, and confident that I was like, I actually don't even really need to showcase or class signal anymore. And that's obviously different for everyone. Everyone has tiers. I'm just talking about the phenomenon or the concept. I'm not talking about a specific income bracket, because we all class signal at different levels. So this is not about a particular bracket or a particular income bracket, but rather the act of class signaling. Once I felt financially healthy, I felt less of a need to class signal. And one thing that's actually helped me a lot was recently I was reading Old Money, and there's this one part in the book that said that the only acceptable display of wealth is charity. That really hit home for me. I don't really like peacock feathering anymore. I think it looks crass, it looks out of touch. I think it would be better to take my money and be lavish on my loved ones. So that's something that I've definitely been implementing. I feel like this is the most generous I've ever been with my money, and it's such a great feeling because I feel like it's true. No one wants to hear about how good you are with your money and how much money you have. And it's like, share the wealth, my friend. So that's something that I've been doing. I don't really feel the need to class signal anymore. I'm actually really into logo lists and just like super humble, low key, almost hobo era. the wealthier I get. Not saying I'm wealthy, I'm just saying like just at the very least not having money problems. Like I can grocery shop in peace and not have to worry about rent. Yeah, not feeling compelled to have to always shop at Lululemon or always shop at like Aritzia or have to have like a giant YSL logo on my stuff has really freed me, I think, like not only financially but also emotionally, and that has been really good. Because honestly the thing is, I'm so glad that I gave myself that space to let myself indulge in those things. That's actually a Buddhistic principle, that what you seek is on the other side of fear. So if I told myself I could never have those things, I don't think I would learn these lessons. But by letting myself be a brand whore and by letting myself rock a bunch of stupid logos on my clothes, I realized how idiotic I looked. Like when I looked in the mirror, I was like, that looks like a really insecure and just low self-esteem person. And again, no knock on anyone else, I still have those pieces, but I kind of realized that like moving forward, I don't want logos on my clothes. And for the first time, I felt like I could return to my roots. Like I could go back to like liking Muji and Uniqlo and like not feeling embarrassed, because before I had this idea that like I would buy these clothes that didn't have logos on it because I couldn't really buy the things that I wanted to buy. But now it's the opposite. It's like I bought those things and then like it did nothing for me. Like nobody came and applauded that I had a little man riding a horse. Like nobody cared. And that was shocking to me. And I think more so than anything, I realized I didn't care. And then I was like, well, if they don't care and I don't care, I don't need to be spending, you know, $100 on these things. Like I could just take my butt to Muji and call it a day. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below what your thoughts are, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.